Hi everyone, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair. And today I'd like to give you some tips about buying a used car. You can go to Auto Trader, you can go to Craigslist, lots of places to look for used cars. If you go to a car dealership, you're going to pay between $1,000 and $2,000 more than any car you'd find from a private party value. The way you can double check this is you can go to kellybluebook.com or kbb.com and type in the price and type in suggested retail value, or it'll show private party value, or it'll show dealer value. And then they'll have categories of excellent, very good, good, and fair. So that'll show you different categories you can look at, and that'll give you some pricing. So what I recommend is that you go for a private party value and look at private party cars and vehicles, and they can have an email link that they'll send you as new cars, what you're looking for, come on there. A good used car to buy is a Honda Civic, a Toyota Corolla, a Nissan Sentra. If you want good gas mileage today, a little runaround car is not a bad car. And what you want to look for in the ad is to see if they have receipts, to see if they have a current smog slip, depending what state you're in. In California, it has to be within 90 days having a smog slip. You want to make sure the title is not a salvage title. You want to see all those receipts, what they have on there, and then you want to drive the car. If the car drives good, everything else looks good, then you want to ask them if they have a Carfax. If they don't have a Carfax, you can go to Carfax.com and you can buy either 3 Carfaxes or 5 or an unlimited amount. And that way that'll show you any detailed history, especially if it's been in an accident or it's a salvage title, things like that, that will show up on there. If it was a lease car and a lot of different people drove it, you may not want that vehicle. Then if everything looks good on the Carfax, then you can go ahead and find an automobile repair shop to take a look at it, inspect the fluids, the brakes, the tires, the suspension, see how the vehicle functions overall. How to pick a good repair shop? You can go, a lot of companies are affiliated with a Better Business Bureau in their state. Most states have some type of a Bureau of Automotive Repair. All automotive repair shops in California have to have a license with the Bureau of Automotive Repair. If you're trying to find a shop that doesn't have complaints or an upstanding shop in the community, you can go to the website and look at the college repair shop and ask for their license number. One thing I suggest is we use AllData software. So you can go to alldata.com and it'll say find a shop near you, and you can type the zip code in. Most shops that use AllData, they cost over a couple $100 a month to have the software. Most of those shops are genuinely concerned about repairing people's vehicles. You can go to Yelp, Angie's List, a lot of different websites. You can go to Google and look for reviews of different shops. And then once you pick out the shop you like, you can go see if the shop is clean. Do they have certification on the wall, which shows they're certified in the kind of work that they do? Is the shop area clean? Are the mechanics clean? Are the people talking to you with knowledge about what they're working on? So those are some tips in that regard. So once you have it all checked out and everything, you look at the kbb.com for the Kelly Blue Book. That gives you a price range to go by. So if that price range is somewhere in that category, the vehicle checks out good, that's the going rate for that vehicle. One thing to remember, if you do buy a salvage vehicle, most banks that I know of and credit unions will not loan money for a salvage vehicle, and the automobile insurance is a higher premium. So those are just a few tips when you're looking for a vehicle. To give you a quick recap, you can go on any different internet search engines. I recommend buying a vehicle from a private party value or a private party person and check out the values of those. And look at the people, you'll see first owner, second owner, or family car. They might even say right in the ad, we're selling due to we bought a new car, our daughter's in college. They'll give you some kind of input. They'll say they have receipts, they have a Carfax, they have a current smog slip. At least in California, that's the way the ads are worded. And then, you know, you go look at the vehicle, they'll have the receipts, the vehicle will be clean, it'll drive good, they'll have the current Carfax, they'll have a smog report, they'll have a clear title pink slip that doesn't say salvaged across it, and their pricing will be somewhere in the range of the Kelly Blue Book. So those are the tips to you can do all those things first before you go see your mechanic. Most people selling a vehicle like that will either have a good mechanic of their own, or if you have a good mechanic of your own, or I'm giving you some tips of how to find a good mechanic, then get the vehicle inspected. It's worth it if you're spending thousands of dollars for a vehicle to spend $100 or so and have a detailed report what kind of condition the vehicle's in. Most shops offer that service, and the person selling the vehicle can wait with you while the vehicle's inspected, and then you can see everything firsthand and talk about it, and then make a decision as to what you want to buy. Be very careful when you look at these dealerships and used car lots. They talk about 159-point inspection, thoroughly detailed, all these kind of things like this. I've asked for those inspection receipts before. I've never got one. One time I did get one, and it had a bunch of boxes that were checked for CD player, brakes, battery, all these things like that. And I started checking the vehicle. It had a CD player. The CD player didn't work. It had a battery, but the battery was 7 years old. The differential fluid had a checkbox where the fluid had been checked, but I took the plug out, and on the back of the magnet on the plug, it was on a Ford vehicle. It was just full of all kinds of debris. The fluid was jet black. It had never been changed. So be super careful no matter where you go. But when they have these ads that tell you 159-point inspection, all these things, certified this, certified that, please have someone else check it. And just remember the cost value. If you go to any kind of dealership or car lot, you're going to pay at least $1,000 more, up to $2,000 more for the same vehicle. And you can find this information out on the kellybluebook.com on the pricing, because it'll show you a car lot value and a private party value. And that's how I learned the difference in savings you can make. So thank you very much. I hope this is helpful. Have a nice day.